Are you serious? Okay, I remember I took maziwa nyayo when I was in primary. In high
These are the
school-
people that benefited
Yes.
from Moisera.
By the way, that was a good thing from MO1. You never have these things nowadays.
Why do you guys call him MO1? Anyway, continue.
Right now, I can tell you, I'll do a design, create something. Everyone is saying this looks really good, but I'm looking at it and thinking,
And
this
you're
is not my
critiquing
best
it.
work. This is not my best work. Saitwa, you can do better.
Hello, and welcome to yet another amazing episode of Munga Swords. So today I've brought you not so much of a new guest. She's been here before. And for those who watched the last episode, I was so much unwell. My body was aching, and because she had traveled from all over Nairobi to just come and record the episode with me, I decided to struggle in my low health to just do that episode. And for those who are patient enough to bear with me in that episode, you heard her story and you know that she's Saetwa Saitoti. She's a former student of Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. She studied there around the year 2009.
I finished in 2006.
So you started in 2003?
2003, yeah.
Yeah. She studied there from around the year 2003 to 2006. Mulikuwa wapi?
Probably hawako
Hata mimi nilikuwa wapi? Yeah, so most of us were not in existence back then. But the interesting part about that conversation was, interesting. Oh, I didn't let my guest introduce herself for the new viewers. Just say your name and then I start asking that question.
Okay, my name is Saetwa Saitoti. I'm a graphic designer, social media manager, and I'm also a youth mentor in case you want mentorship for your kids or maybe for yourself. I tend to think I deal better with younger people than people my age or older.
Wow.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I deal better with people older than me.
Yeah, we all are different. There's a reason
people,
why.
Than younger people, but well, I'm trying. Yeah. So this is 2003 to 2006,
Yeah.
and here you were telling us that there was graphic design.
Yeah.
Kwani, when does internet get introduced into Kenya? Around which years?
Internet was there. Introduction to internet in Kenya. I can say graphic design.
When did you first hear about internet? So that, because definitely graphic design and internet kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, true. True. Okay, what I know is that when I was joining mass, I didn't have a phone. So things like internet, we were accessing it in a cyber cafe.
So cyber cafes were popular in 2003?
Yes, they were.
What?
Yes. They were
Good
very
Lord.
popular. We used to go there. I can't remember whether Facebook was.
Were they as many as
open.
they are today?
No, nowadays they are not as many because like right now, everyone has internet, and sometimes, okay, not sometimes, but right now, the Wi-Fi, the home fiber, Safaricom, Zuku, the other what do you call it, the fiber, and the rest have taken over. So you find like the cybers, if you're going to a cyber, you're going to print stuff out. You're going to probably it's either print or maybe if you have an issue with your internet at home, you're going to browse. But most of the people have internet right now. They have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So the cybers, people don't really go there. Then if not, you have a good phone, you can always
Browse
browse.
directly with data.
Yeah, in fact, some of the design you can do on your phone. Yes, it's that good
Intense
nowadays.
right now.
It's that
So
intense.
tell us about that time, because for me, I'm not just curious about how you start out as a graphic designer. I'm also curious about getting to know like what's technology looking like at this point. So by the time you're joining campus, if I remember very well, this is around the same time Moi has just left presidency, right? Because Nini,
Okay.
it helps
You're
mark
serious?
the calendar. Yes.
Moi.
Yeah, he left in 2002.
Moi.
Yes. Because now 2003, Kibaki is the president.
Oh. Well, okay. I can't remember who was president.
You don't
maybe.
remember clearly? Because my brother was born in
thinking like
2003.
Moi
and we kept on teasing
had gone
him.
when I was finishing primary, or am I wrong?
Oh, God. Moi
How
doesn't
long was
go...
Kibaki in town?
10.
And
2002 to 2012. And then that's when Uhuru takes over.
no.
Yes, and that's why the 2007 there is violence, because 5 years ago he had been.
I was confusing the violence. The 207. I don't know why I was thinking it's Uhuru, but now since you mentioned violence, yeah, it's come.
Yeah.
But are you serious? Okay, I remember I took maziwa Nyayo when I was in primary.
Well,
in high
these
school,
are the people that benefited
Yes.
from Moi's era.
By the way, that was a good thing from MO1. You never have these things nowadays.
Why do you guys call him MO1? Anyway, continue.
Nowadays, you don't have such. So, internet during our time, your time, nikiwa college, we were browsing mostly from cybers. But, in school then, like things like, since I used to do advertising, it was more of theory than practicals.
Oh, so Kenya Mas was not as developed as it is right now?
No.
Oh, good
It wasn't
Lord.
as developed. I think
So even students from
we
Kenya
were
Mas were
first.
using cyber.
We were the first advertising class to join. Like it was the first time they introduced, and I don't think they had thought it through.
And but Nini, now that you're saying that they had not thought it through, tell us about the state of editing, especially for broadcast journalism students and film students in KMC.
No, in terms of broadcast journalism, film, they had those equipments.
How were they editing? Because I'm assuming you use the same equipment to create the same...
Okay, no, us being advertising students, we didn't do that per se. Because like film, we did it as a unit.
I'm asking like those who are doing film, you're interacting with them, right?
Yes, I was.
And as you interact with them, they tell you what they do in class. Like for me, I've been to their editing suits many times.
Then there wasn't. I don't know whether it was there or not, or if it was, maybe the people who had access were very few. Maybe the lecturers, because I don't remember seeing anyone doing any kind of editing then.
But it was happening. Because Kenya Mas is still a film student. It is still a film school, or it was not a film school back then.
It was, but they had those, those back days. Kind of equipment.
They were still using film by the time you were joining Kenya Mas.
Yes, they were using the dark room. I remember we used to go to
we also entered it, but I didn't.
And you weren't processing the photos in the dark room. We
didn't process because we're digital.
Now you see, back then it was the dark room processing the negative to a photo. Nowadays I don't know what happens, but being a designer, of course, I know you can print out all this. You can edit with Lightroom and Photoshop a bit. Then you can print it out. But back then, I think the few people who are able to do editing must be like 1 in a million. Yes. Because I don't remember. I had so many friends, but I don't remember seeing anyone editing.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll have to get another student who was there around that time to get this perspective properly.
Yeah, maybe probably
But
someone from
I guess you're also not
broadcast.
curious about them as I am. Because me, when I entered Kenya Mass, the one course that always amazed me, and now I feel like if I was asked to choose again, I would have taken, is film.
Ah.
Because I'm
Now
more of
you
a
see, I didn't do
filmmaker than
film. That's why.
than I am a broadcast student.
If I was doing film, probably I could have known what was going on. I just remember we actually went once to the dark room,
Once.
just once, and we did it as a unit, but it wasn't like a big unit. It was just a small part of it. Then I think there was a day we were taking photos along Mombasa Road. Then that was it. As we were doing mostly the advertising bit, stuff about PR and all that. Yeah.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the things that you feel like you took from that class that have made you the person you are today?
The advertising bit. The advertising, what I can say is, okay, I got the perspective of how advertising operates. And I got like the theory behind anything to do with advertising, things like point of sales, even part of marketing, like the strength, the SWOT analysis, things like those.
But I've heard someone mention that word point of sale today.
Yeah, those are the small things that you can print out, like a flyer. Those are point of sale material, like flyer, brochure, those small things. Yeah.
Why are they called point of sale?
I have no idea, but we call them point of sale.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So we were learning mostly theory in class. The rest is up to you to go figure out for yourself. But it helps you when you come to think about it, when you're in the field and trying to put two and two together. That's the bit where you know, oh, this was helpful. It's a good thing I learned about this. Because if I didn't learn about SWOT, where could I have learned it from? But the main thing was that after you do most of the theory in school, it's good knowledge, or it's better to go do like a practical thing. Like for me, the way I did graphics, it helped me a lot, and that's what I really wanted to do. Because I think in school, it's either I wasn't really sure what I was doing, because I remember I wanted to do adverts, but now nimeenda, I've done theory. So what is the point where I'm designing stuff?
Okay.
You know, I had to do discovery for myself. Then later do the graphics. Then now at least I can put font to colored font, make something creative from it. Yeah. Then I normally see my adverts outside. Yeah. I normally see logos, billboards. I've done.
Are you allowed to send us some of them so that we put them here as you talk about them, so people can see some of the things?
I will actually send you, because I've done big brands. I've done small brands.
Which ones are you allowed to mention?
At the moment, let me not mention them, but I'll send you my work.
Am I allowed to put it on the video?
At the moment, I can send you what I can. Not all my artwork, but I have a page with samples of my work. It's called Aleatorio Designs. It has like a portfolio of some stuff I've done, like from from the posters I've done, from the brochures, flyers. I've even done a book cover for someone.
You'll send me a link.
Yes, I'll send you the link. You can put it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. So the reason I'm asking this is because for me, one of the most fundamental things I got from Kenya Institute of Mass Communication and from a unit called photography is always to capture action.
Okay.
My photography teacher, he said that like more than 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So by the time I had never intended to become a photographer. By the time I became a photographer, I knew in my head that what I need to capture here is an emotion, an action, something that someone is doing. Because by the time I was getting to do photography for Mavuno, I had already known how to operate the camera. But now the guy that was training me had to insist, you need to take photos that are lively. Because most of the time you'll see someone send you photos and they're telling you this photo is good, but the photo is good because it's been taken by a camera, so the quality is high. But the story is not in the photo. So the photo is only, and for them the photo is only as good as the quality. But for me, the photo is not about the quality. It is about the story.
Speaks 1,000 words. That means you're good at what you do. And I've seen your work. You're really good at what you do.
Thank you.
I can really recommend him for photography. Any work you want, events and all that. This is the guy to go to.
Thank you. So that's why I was insisting on you saying something out there to someone out there, that maybe that one thing that has always been in your heart and in your mind when you are creating that poster, and you're very keen to make sure that that thing is there. Because for me, I know that now colors matter, and that there has to be a contrast, and that everything in photography and even in posters and graphic design is so intentional.
It is. Okay, back in school, I wasn't the same person I am today. That was a long time ago. Okay, it sounds like it's 10 centuries ago. But I didn't exactly know. Okay, I had an idea what I wanted, but right now I can tell you, I'll do a design, create something. Everyone is saying this looks really good, but I'm looking at it and thinking, this is not my best work. This is not my best work. Saitwa, you can do better. Because right now I can compile the fonts I'm using. I know which font will go well with what. I know the alignments, how I can align this to do well with this. I can create something from just my head. Okay, sometimes I'll draw it, think about it. Of course, there's the element of going to different sites. Okay, my inspiration mostly is a site called Behance.
Nice. I think I've visited it.
Behance normally gives me ideas. It normally has very good graphic work. So I get inspiration mostly from there. So when I go there, I look at what's there. Once I've captured, now I know at least I have an idea of what I want. Now thinking bit, of course it will depend what you're creating. Is it a poster? What is it for? Because before you do anything, you have to ask your client for a brief. You have to ask your client, like if they have a brand guideline, which entails colors, which entails the fonts. You have to be specific about certain Pantones of colors. But some clients don't even know what Pantone is. Unamwambia Pantone, But the serious clients know. They have a specific Pantone of a color. They can send you at red, but it has a certain red Pantone.
There's a number.
That
red has a specific number to it.
And now, because I know design now, at least I know this is CMYK something. This is an HSD. There's a RGB. Those are codes, modes of colors that I can use. They're all different. But those are the things you ask for a client. You have to ask them if it's a logo. What do you have in mind? Like, what's the name of the logo or the company you want to create? What are the colors you want to use? If they don't have any color, any codes. So you have to ask that, create, and you have to know. Like in graphics, before now I didn't know, like you can't combine some colors with others. Like if it's food, I need to know there's an option of using a lighter shade of green, an orange, yellow. Those ones will go well with food. But if you bring blue in it, green, some shades of green, it doesn't look nice. That's not even food. You need to know which one will work with what. You understand?
So this is specifically food, not drink.
Food. Drinks, there's an option. If it's water,
Yeah.
blue will go with that. Green can
Because
also
right
go
now
with
we
that.
have even a purple Fanta.
Yes. Now you see. But it's all dependent on what it is you're creating. So you need to know what exactly it is. All the colors, by the way, Mungai, all the colors have meanings as well. Like you need to know black represents what. Black is elegance. But someone else will associate black with witchcraft or black magic. Someone else will tell you, hey, that guy is looking nice with that black suit. Like he looks elite, But someone else will relate that with something funny. You need to know white is peace, purity, such things. So you need to understand the colors you're using first before you go create something. You don't just create. You also need to know like slogan. If you're creating for someone's slogan, that's okay. Mostly work for copywriters and all. But you need to know, okay, like Nakumat. What was the slogan for Nakumat? Or you weren't born then?
I was born. I'm trying to recall.
Okay, tell me of any company you know and their slogan.
The slogan.
Yeah.
You got it. You need it. You got it. I don't know which.
That was Nakumat.
That was Nakumat.
Yeah. Now you see.
Yeah.
Now you see. Them, they're specific. They're trying to tell the consumer, like whatever you need, you'll get it from us. It was direct to the point.
Okay.
Someone else will start thinking out far, overthink. Bring a slogan which doesn't relate. Like today I saw an advert for, was it Smirnoff something? The slogan is hits the spot. Then if you know, you know. Now you see, the relation of that advert is different to different people.
Okay.
Just like an abstract of a painting. Someone will say, hey, this one looks like something dark, something that's gives you bad vibes, Nini. Someone will tell you, no, this one looks like someone who is playful, someone who's,
Happy.
Adventurous. So it's all different. And I believe even all designers are gifted differently. I may be very good with compiling fonts. Someone else might be very good with probably the drawing. Because there are things like pen tools you can use. There are things like, you know how you draw in Illustrator and such.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of us are gifted differently. But I think what I do for me is I don't hurry with my work most of the time. I take time with what I do. I'll tell a client, just give me like a week to finish this. But someone else will do it in a day. But I have my reasons.
For you the work, from what I'm hearing and from how I know myself as a creative, for you the work is really intimate.
Yeah, the work is really intimate. I
even
don't just do for the pay. Of course, the pay is important, and I have to get paid at the end of the day. But I will give you value for your money. And if you're not happy, I'll be glad to redo the work. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can imagine how that sounds in the ears of young people, because the name redoing the work.
Patience. You don't have patience.
We're like, what do you mean? And for us, I guess it's also that thing of we see our perspective and we don't have that patience to understand the other person's perspective.
Yeah.
We are right, they are right.
Yeah.
But why do we need to allow the client to be right and for us to be wrong?
No, I know that. I think, okay, I can't say, I know Gen Z, people are saying Gen Z are hard to deal with, they are hard to work with, but they are opinionated, which is not a bad thing, by the way, if you look at it. And if you give them a chance, they can do something really nice. But on the flip side, if you're in business and you are working with one and they are taking like a whole week or a whole month to do the work, then it means they won't get paid at the end of the month because you wouldn't have delivered. You understand? So it all depends. It all depends with what you're doing, who you're doing it for, and all that. You can take your time. I remember my first intern, we were being told, in case I've given you work and you feel like there's no idea coming, just leave the office. Go take a walk around town, get some ideas, gather. And by the way, nature can give you many ideas. Just walking, because somewhere where there are trees, birds, I don't know what, people are walking, you'll get so many ideas. Don't be lied to by internet. I'll Google this, I'll Google. No. Sometimes you'll Google and get nothing. Trust me, you can Google and lack whatever you're looking for. But
yes. Like the other day, I was looking for the receipt of payment. I didn't find it unless I was looking in all the wrong places. I didn't even see it on Canva. The only thing that kept on popping up was the invoice, and me, I need a receipt of payment.
Now you see,
and for us young people, it is so direct. Like,
you want something
direct.
You want to
it's
have it
A, it's A. I don't know how. I don't want you to give me B and tell me to turn it into A.
Now, I think what you lack is patience. But I think with time, I'll give you maybe, let's say, the next 5 years and see whether your patience level are the same as now. Because me, I know I have worked. I used to be so impatient. But right now, there's some things that I will be told or things will happen. I'll be so calm. I'll be so collected. I'm like Tommy Shelby now.
I don't know who that is, but I'll go.
He's Google. A guy from Peaky Blinders. What do you mean?
Oh God. I'll cut this part. Way you shouldn't do that, because that's like a very popular show out there, and I'm the only one who's not a big fan of it. Me, I'm a big fan of Lupin.
Oh, yeah. I also watch Lupin, but the smartness of Tommy Shelby. Oh my God, it surpasses me. I watch and rewatch that series.
But anyway. Now the problem is, you guys like that series. You also liked Money Heist. I couldn't bring myself to watch
Money Heist. I've never watched.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't like it.
But I watched a bit of its episodes and it was amazing. It's just that
I think it bored me. For such series, I prefer the kind of dark, sad, Ozark kind of series. Such.
So you're the fans of Ozark?
Yes.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Everyone different tastes.
Yeah, we have different tastes. Yeah. We have. In fact, I was telling my daughter the other day, we watched something. They're like, "Hey, you knew I was there." I was like, "Okay, sawa." Yeah, we are.
But
we are
I think
from
next
different
time
generations.
Next time you can just suggest to her that she gives you the idea of what to watch.
No, we normally watch. I normally ask her what you want to watch. Then we start having an argument like, do we watch this? Like the other day, you're like, she wanted to watch something. What was it? It's a new movie of a lady who goes back in time to 1987 and finds the parents before they got her. Then the mom was rude. Then I wanted to watch Equalizer with her because she also likes action. So we were arguing. Then later she settled for Equalizer and she liked it.
Yeah, Equalizer is dope.
Yeah, it's dope.
Denzel. Oh, I was saying about the thing about you're talking about going into nature to find inspiration.
Yes.
There's someone in my life who I've been talking to. I don't remember who, but at least nowadays I guess I have such a healthy collection of friends around me.
Circle.
Yeah. Because now this person was telling me that their passee has encouraged them to find something to muse about, not something that amuses them. Because what amuses them is paying somebody else. But what muses them causes them to be creative and, get out there and do things. So nature is a muse. And apparently it's not just for you, but it also works the same for me.
Okay.
And when you muse about something, it inspires you to do something along its lines, or it just makes you like it it turns on the creative side of you.
Yeah, I agree. Because sometimes um, I may just be seated, I have work to do, but I find, okay, I'm just seated on the PC, in front of the PC, and I'm clueless, I'm idealess, I don't know where to start. You know what I do? I take a walk all the way to General Motors and back. By the time I get back, which is 2 hours later or 3, how many hours do I take? 2, 3 hours. I have so many ideas, but I'm tired.
Exhausted physically.
I'm exhausted physically because I've worked. So I have to take a shower. Then now I sit down. I start my work. But it really does wonders for me. But what I hate is the fact that they cut down trees along Mombasa Road. That really annoyed me because that walk was inspiring, was interesting when the trees were there, the wind, the breeze. That annoyed me. But it does wonders. Then I think the route also, because I use that route of Winners Chapel,
Yeah, I know.
the one
Winners
that goes
Chapel.
there. So that one has a bit of trees. Coming back is now the issue because it's dusty and all that. But man, that walk does me wonders.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So apparently I'm not the only one who feels like the environment is being like,
Choked.
Yeah, choked.
Yeah,
strangled.
like remember we're in Nairobi, our houses are small. We are like in a cubicle. We are like caged. We are not different from the dogs that are caged. Yeah. So when you especially work as a freelance in your house most of the time, there are points you'll feel like you're being suffocated. That's why sometimes you might feel like some kind of dizziness, fatigue. You feel like you ever felt like you have some brain fog? Like from here to here, your head is different, like than here to here. You ever felt that? Yeah, it's that. You need to go out, take a walk, or do exercise. But for me, walking does wonders. But that thing inakujanga na hiyo suffocation. Because you're inside, haujatoka. I don't know what happens, but it comes. It's the same effect you have when you've been somewhere there is carbon monoxide. That's the same thing you'll have. That's how people die because of your brain fog. It comes to the same with depression, by the way. Anxiety. See someone who is claustrophobic. Then something called agoraphobic.
No, but claustrophobic I do.
Agoraphobic phobia. I don't know whether there's anyone in Kenya who has it, but those are people who can't leave the house. If they leave, they have so much anxiety they can even get a heart attack.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it happens. I don't know whether
they can't leave their house or they can stay within their compound.
Okay, I don't know whether it's the house. Me, I know, like, if they live environments they're not used to, it becomes
it chokes them.
It's like an anxiety attack. They get anxiety attacks from that. Like, you can just leave a house, go outside and start feeling like you're tense or something bad is going to happen, or so sometimes you need to know your environment. Like me, there are times in the lift I start feeling when we are too many, I start feeling like pushing everyone, like, why are you here, all of
That's
you?
That's claustrophobia.
Yes, I have it. And in town sometimes, CBD, I'm passing guys and there are too many. I'm feeling like, no, this is too much. Why are these people so many like this, So sometimes you need that air. That's why they even say even in relationships, you need to have your own space, have your own things you're doing. Don't do everything together all the time. You'll feel choked, you'll feel suffocated. You lose
you as an individual.
You need to look for you. I think it's one of those can I call him a podcaster influencer or what? I follow him. No, Gabo Mate is a therapist, one of the therapists I follow. But I'll remember the name of that guy and put it on the comment section.
Okay.
That guy was saying it's very important in a relationship for you to know yourself, you to have your own things on your own, your partner to have their own things they do on their own, then you to have things you do, both of you together. But don't you ever always do things together all the time?
Well, it depends, because I remember in my last relationship, she was more of an audio editor. I'm more of a photographer, so...
No, like work, you can do work together. I'm talking about, there's an essence in life. Like, there are times you need to hang out with the boys. Maybe that's your thing. Or you need to go out somewhere, hang with your friends, catch up. She needs to go hang out with her girls, catch up. Like, have something that you can do on your own. Her to do on her own. But things that you can do together.
Spending time apart.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yes.
Once in a while.
I think, well, I guess it happens.
No, not even in relationships. Even in your family. You can't, if I'm living with my family, like every day and every time, sometimes I feel I need time away from you guys. You can feel like they are choking you. Not like you hate them. You don't. You love them so much. But you need time away to go bring back your sanity to be able to deal with them properly.
I've had people in podcasts call that like recharge or something.
Soul
like your battery, your social battery is out, so you've gone to recharge. Then you can come back and interact with people.
Yes.
And then there are those of us who we actually spark our social, like we rely on socializing to have that own energy and essence or something.
Yeah.
Because apparently I'm one of those people who likes to have someone to talk to.
No, it's very important. But confiding, I always say if you have a partner, it's good for them to be a friend enough to confide with. Like, in case of anything happening, you can call them, tell them, hey, there's this and this that has happened. I feel like, you have that one-on-one with them. That is your closest person. They should be your closest. In fact, I'm seeing right now on social media, Facebook, IG, WhatsApp, guys are saying, we didn't know all along our besties were not our best. I don't know how they're saying it, but it's like people are discovering my BFF isn't my BFF.
What?
We were lying to each other all this time, like we were pretending. I'm not saying it's all, but if people are saying it and it's being told a lot, then it means just work with your person, yeah? I always tend to think, what is this saying that charity begins at home?
Yes.
Yeah, you need to start with your home. Cultivate those relationships. Be close. Play those games. Go for hikes together. Do things together, Have that bond. Even when you go for social, it's just some air I'm going for, but I'll be back,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I can see we've gone really way into the our time, like, is far much gone.
Okay.
Rather far much spent.
Yeah.
And you had decided to speak about mental health.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you're comfortable if we can do that in the next episode.
No problem.
Okay.
I think we've even mentioned it a lot.
Yeah, the anxiety and everything.
Yeah.
So I guess next time we would like to hear now, like, what's your story with this and what really makes you...
Sorry?
Next time we want to hear what is your story about mental health and why are you so passionate about it.
Okay, no problem. I'm happy to share. I think I think when I start talking, I get so emotional. I find I'm talking over and over about a subject. I get into the story, by the way. It becomes like the way you play a movie and it just goes. yeah, that's where I go. So yeah, let me talk about it next time.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's episode. I hope you learned all there is to learn about graphic designers, their minds, and, well, partly the history of Kenya, because that's also what I'm trying to get from those people who are way much older than we are. And so we can join the dots, like when did these people have their first TV and stuff like that, because it's interesting to hear those stories.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice to be here again. I always appreciate.
You can
I
always
consider this like.
reintroduce yourself.
I always consider this as my therapy sessions.
Oh, okay.
Because, I'm talking about things I'm passionate about and things that have happened in my life. And it feels nice. It feels nice. Then if I'm reaching out to people who could get help from this or probably learn from it. Because I'm also learning, like the muse. Is it muse or muse?
Muse.
Muse thing. I've just heard it today. The story I've never heard about that before. So, yeah, we learn every day.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you for coming. My name is Mungai, and this is Mungasod. Her name is
Saetwa Saitoti.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.